Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I'm Andre and let's talk about some good and some bad things. Good first, okay? Here's an Leatt wheel, 29er Pro 33 carbon wheel. This is Don's front wheel. We had an issue where the spokes, the nipples, and I don't think you're gonna be able to see down inside of this, it's not bright enough. Anyway, the nipples got corroded on both the 29er Pro 33 and 36 wheels. We're in Canada and sometimes we ride in early spring, still very salty, wet conditions. So I think what happened is we went through water at different times and ended up with saline or brackish water in between the walls that caused the nipples to corrode. This is a steel spoke aluminum nipple situation. I can show you just how bad they were. These, I don't know if you can see these, but thanks to my friends at Dornella's and the guys at Leatt Wheels. Leatt is paid for this repair, by the way. If you look at these really closely, you can see all this white. This is all the aluminum oxide. And what was happening was that the nipples were just fracturing and falling apart. So the guy, you can see how bad they were. Some of these spokes are like spun around 5-6 times, twisted, trying to get them undone, right? Eventually what Bobby did was he just cut them. Bobby from Dornella's, the wheel specialist. So Leatt Wheels supported us. They're paying for this as a warranty repair, crash repair, damage repair. They sent a whole crap load of 300 millimeter and 296 millimeter spokes. They sent all the new aluminum nipples, even though I preferred brass, but what the hell. And I got a bunch of these spoke nipples that help, if you can see this, but they actually help spread the load across the rim and it helps distribute some of the pressure on the nipples. So inevitably, I live in Southern Ontario, I will ride through salty water. I don't want this to happen again anytime soon. So behind me are Don's both front and rear wheel. No, front, rear wheel. I'm going to tape them up, get the tires mounted on them, and get all the rotors and everything back on so I can get my wheels stripped down and get them to Dornella's to have this job done. And hey, I'm happy, right? Get them done. Leatt stands behind their products. I guess they recognize that corroding spoke nipples is a bad thing, and from a safety perspective you don't want to be riding a bike with these. And the way you can tell, actually, just pull a set of these out here. If you look down with a flashlight in the top, the holes of that you can see through on the rim, the top of them look like this white crap, okay? It can be mistaken for sealant that may have leaked through the tape, but that's not what it is. It is corrosion. And if you see this, you may want to get these replaced because you can't get them off, right? They are just welded and fused and waste of time. And they can break on you, which means it compromises the structural integrity of your rim, okay? Your whole wheel. All right, so that's good. It took them all of 2 days to do this. The guy's amazing. So I'm moving on now, right? Now for some bad news. You guys remember my, this is my Leatt Enduro 3 helmet, where you can break off this lower chin guard and ride it as a half shell. Well, the other day I was out, I bought this in February, and this is a 1-year update. Because I have 3 or 4 helmets, I use this one maybe once a week, twice a week. And I was out for a ride on Sunday, which is March 2nd, which is just over a year since I bought this helmet. And I had the chin bar off, so let's do that right now. Pop this. Yeah, pop this off, come on, let go. So I'm riding it as a half shell, right, which is pretty good. Nice fitting, right? Perfect. And I put it on and I go to tighten it up at the back, and all I hear is this plastic tinkling down my back. And this happened. the BOA Let Go. Now, I got the rest of the pieces here, okay? I'll just open them up so you can have a look. So here's the ring. This is a little wheel that sits inside that turns the teeth, that tightens up or loosens the headband. And this is the piece that holds it all together, okay? Show you how this works. These three little pieces here are what broke, totally fractured. So I think what happens is, this is the cap that sits inside this, okay? This is what covers this up like this. Anyway, long story short, I bought this from Altitude Sports. I contacted Kimpex, which is the distributor. They both told me to try BOA. BOA refused or declined to provide a repair part because this is a safety device and they do not warranty or repair safety or medical devices. So if you have a helmet where this happens, you're shit out of luck. I followed up with Altitude Sports, who said because I was over the 1-year warranty by a few days, too bad. If I wanted them to open a warranty case with Leatt, I'd have to pay them to do it. So I said, well, the guys at Kimpex gave me the warranty at leatt.com. I contacted them. I called Leatt in Nevada. Apparently Leatt is a South African parent company. So I sent an email to warranty, I sent an email to info, and I'm waiting for them to get back to me on whether or not they can supply this, because all this is this sitting in here with this broken part screwed down to hold it in place, and this ring on the top, which is what turns everything. So I'm waiting for a reply, but this is not the first time I've had issues with this. I don't know if you remember me telling you about how this helmet had been fully replaced once already, because there's a little spike that goes into a capture piece that sits inside this foam. And when I got these and I had to change from these thicker cheek pads to these thinner cheek pads, these are the 10mm ones, that pulling them out, the things that sit in the foam, the little female sections that fit in the foam, just fell right out. And makes it worse, the Velcro that holds these in place so you can, pull them off, it after I think the helmet was sitting for a week, I picked up the helmet and the cheek pads just fell out. So I don't know what to say, but I am extremely disappointed, and I would consider this a safety issue. If you are riding with a Leatt Enduro 3, you got to be really careful that this BOA piece doesn't come apart on you while you're riding. This can be fixed with some glue, your own glue, but you know what? This is more critical. You have a helmet that's sitting snug. If that comes apart, you've lost your integrity against your headband, which means the helmet is no longer fixed on your head, which means the MIPS or the crash protection stuff doesn't work anymore. These little blue things are supposed to absorb because nothing's sitting right and you could get hurt. So I'm waiting for Leatt parent warranty people to get back to me and the info guys in Nevada to get back to me. The helmet hasn't been involved in any crashes. It was literally sitting in a bin. I picked it up, put it on, went click, and it fell apart. So I'm not happy. I don't know if you would be happy, but that's what's happened this week. And because this is a safety related thing that you should all know about, I'm gonna preempt this video and push it out a little bit early because I think this is something that you should all be aware of. Anyway, hope you all have a better week, a better weekend. It's sort of the second weekend of March coming up, and that means spring's around the corner. Hopefully we get out on some nice, warm, dry trails soon. And as always, stress less, ride more, ride smart, ride safe. Ride with safe stuff. See you on the trails. Take care.